Edgar decided that the appropriate Christmas gift for his wife would be a bottle of perfume, nothing too expensive or overstated mind, just something simple and discreet. So he went to a local store and located the cosmetics department.
I would like to buy some perfume for my wife.
He told the shop assistant.
Certainly, sir.
She replied.
Do you have anything particular in mind?
Not really,
He said.
but nothing very expensive.
I understand, sir. What about this one?
How much does it cost?
This one's £60, sir.
That's too expensive for me.
He replied immediately.
Very well, sir. How about this?
What's the price?
He asked.
£40, sir.
What else have you got?
He inquired.
Well, there's this small bottle at £20.
Look here.
He replied.
What I'm really looking for is something really cheap.
The shop assistant looked Edgar straight in the eye, picked up a mirror from the counter and held it up to his face and said,
This is as cheap as you can get it, sir.
A politically correct Christmas.
'Twas the night before Christmas, and Santa's a wreck. How to live in a world that's politically correct? His workers no longer would answer to elves, vertically challenged, they were calling themselves, and labour conditions at the North Pole were alleged by the Union to stifle the soul.
For reindeer had vanished without much propriety, released to the wilds by the Humane Society, and equal employment had made it quite clear that Santa had better not just use reindeer. So Dancer and Donna, Comet and Cupid, were replaced by 4 pigs. You know that looks stupid.
The runners had been removed from his beautiful sleigh because the ruts were deemed dangerous by the EPA, and millions of people were calling the cops when they heard sled noises upon the rooftops. Second-hand smoke from his pipe had his workers quite frightened, and his fur-trimmed red suit was cold and unenlightened.
To show the strangest of today's ebbs and flows, Rudolph was suing over unauthorised use of his nose. He went to Joe McCall in front of the nation, demanding in overdue workers millions of compensation.
So, half of the reindeer were gone, and his wife, who suddenly said she'd had enough of this life, joined a self-help group, packed in and left in a whiz, demanding from now that her title was Miss.
And as for the gifts, why, he'd never had the notion that making a choice could cause such commotion. Nothing of leather, nothing of fur, which meant nothing for him, of nothing for her.
Nothing to aim, nothing to shoot, nothing that clamoured or made lots of noise. Nothing for just girls and nothing for just boys. Nothing that claimed to be gender specific. Nothing that's warlike or non-pacifistic.
No candy or sweets that were bad for the tooth, nothing that seemed to be embellished upon the truth. Fairy tales, while not yet to be forbidden, were like Ken and Barbie, better off hidden, for they raised the hackles of those psychologically who claimed the only gift was one economically.
No baseball, no football, someone might get hurt. Besides, playing sports exposed kids to dirt. Dolls were said to be sexist and should be passé, and Nintendo would rot your entire brain away.
So Santa just stood there, dishevelled and perplexed. He couldn't figure out what to do next. He tried to be merry, he tried to be gay, but you have to admit he was having a very bad day. His sack was quite empty, it was flat on the ground. Nothing fully acceptable was anywhere to be found.
Something special was needed, a gift that he might give to us all, without angering the left or the right, a gift that would satisfy, with no indecision, each group of people in every religion, every race, every who, everyone, everywhere, even you. So here is that gift, its price beyond worth.
May you and your loved ones enjoy peace on earth.
On the first day of Christmas, my true love sent to me some stockings that reached over my knee,
On the second day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 2 useless ties.
and some socks that reached over my knee.
On the third day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 3 pairs of cufflinks,
2 useless ties.
And some socks that reached over my knee.
On the fourth day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 4 empty wallets,
3 pairs of cufflinks,
2 useless ties.
And some socks that reached over my knee. On the fifth day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 5 smelly things
4 empty wallets,
3 pairs of cufflinks,
2 useless ties.
and some socks that reached over my knee.
On the sixth day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 6 bills a laying,
5 smelly things
4 empty wallets,
3 pairs of cufflinks.
2 useless ties.
and some socks that reached over my knee.
On the 7th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 7 debts of swimming,
6 bills a laying,
5 smelly things
4 empty wallets.
3 pairs of cufflinks,
2 useless ties.
and some socks that reached over my knee.
On the 8th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 8 statements of shrinking,
7 debts of swimming,
6 bills a laying,
5 smelly things
4 empty wallets,
3 pairs of cufflinks,
2 useless ties.
and some socks that reached over my knee. On the 9th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 9 plastics melting,
8 statements of shrinking,
7 debts of swimming,
6 bills a laying,
5 smelly things
4 empty wallets,
3 pairs of cufflinks,
2 useless ties.
and some socks that reached over my knee.
On the 10th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 10 bags of bursting,
9 plastics melting,
8 statements of shrinking,
7 debts of swimming,
6 bills a laying,
5 smelly things
4 empty wallets,
3 pairs of cufflinks.
2 useless ties.
and some socks that reached over my knee.
On the 11th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 11 limit sleeping,
10 bags of bursting,
9 plastics melting,
8 statements of shrinking,
7 debts of swimming,
6 bills a laying,
5 smelly things
4 empty wallets,
3 pairs of cufflinks,
2 useless ties.
and some socks that reached over my knee.
On the 12th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 12 migraines humming,
11 limit sleeping,
10 bags of bursting,
9 plastics melting,
8 statements of shrinking,
7 debts of swimming,
6 bills a laying,
5 smelly things
4 empty wallets,
3 pairs of cufflinks,
2 useless ties.
and some socks that reached over my knee.